The Member Secretary of NBA, Dr. Paliwal, Vice Chancellor, Professor Moinuddin, very distinguished delegates to this very important workshop on outcome-based accreditation system, ladies and gentlemen. It's a matter of immense pride and privilege for Delhi Technological University to host this very important national workshop, especially that we are gearing ourselves up to the global accreditation systems. Technical education in India is one of the largest systems of technical education in the world, cannot be denied. We stand taller among the community of nations in terms of the manpower which we produce, in terms of the quality which we sustain, in terms of the contributions our graduates make both within the country as well as around the world. The whole world takes India very seriously, despite the nagging problems we all have. And we have to ensure now onward, having grown to a size so important, having grown to an eminence so well recognized throughout the world, it is important that we all in technical education, whether in technological universities, national institutes of technologies, IIITs, colleges of engineering and technology around the country, and technical education directorates and systems as a whole must respond to the immediate challenge with which we all are confronted with. We are living in a world which is a globalized world. Our forefathers themselves have committed to this civilization, to the welfare and well-being of the whole of the world. They recognize that the whole world is a family. And if technical education world is one family, we have to maintain quality and standards which are appreciated and recognized throughout the world. And therefore, this very important workshop, in my opinion, holds a very important promise in our preparations to prepare our institutions, our universities, our programs to the world quality requirement and achieve global accreditation in a reasonable span from now. I'm looking at next 3 to 5 years in this country and hope that under the able guidance of National Board of Accreditation, headed currently by our Member Secretary Dr. Paliwal and his team of eminent experts who go and recognize and accreditate institutions, India would rise to this monumental challenge of achieving global accreditation for our programs, for our institutions, for our university. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, may I extend a very warm welcome to each one of you who have come from great distances, I know, as far as Silchar in the northeast, from the south, Trichy, to the hilly areas, right up to Srinagar, from the plains of Madhya Pradesh, NITs and other places, and from all over the country, from the institutions of high reckoning here. And therefore, in this workshop, I welcome you on behalf of the entire family of Delhi Technological University. The preparation for this workshop and the hard work undoubtedly has been contributed by my Vice Chancellor, Professor Moinuddin, to whom I have delegated this responsibility. I really want that people like Moinuddin and my members of the faculty who are present here in this hall understand the major responsibility we carry on our shoulders, especially that we belong to institutions of high eminence in this country. Not only to ensure that we rise to the need for global accreditation ourselves, but ensure that we share our best practices with our fellow institutions and become partner in progress for the national accreditation system of our country. With this commitment, Delhi Technological University is firmly committed to support the National Board of Accreditation in its program and desire to take India to the global map of global accreditation system. Ladies and gentlemen, since I have to go for a meeting little later, I thought let me also present before you my formal presentation where I would like to share with you some of my thoughts on preparing India's technical education for global accreditation system. It's very important for us to recognize that we are one of the largest accreditation systems. Just turn your wheels, turn your chair to this side. You don't have to get down. The chairs are meant to be revolving only for this purpose. Otherwise, there was no need. You have one of the world's largest systems comprising of 16 IITs. 7 of them were already there. In fact, 5 were established initially, 2 were added thereafter. You have now 16 strong IITs in the country, and each one of them is committed to the world quality of technical education. You also have 30 NITs beyond the 17 regional engineering colleges, which were initially converted into the NITs. India stands taller in terms of its commitment from the government of India for technical education in terms of the NITs and IITs. You have triple ITs also in our country, so supported by the government of India. You have a large number of technological universities around the country. All major states of the country have technological institutes, technological universities. Some of them affiliating, some of them non-affiliating. Delhi Technological University is a non-affiliating teaching cum research university committed to education, research and innovation excellence. We have JNTU, Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, committed to excel Andhra Pradesh in technical education. You have Anna University, looking after perhaps the largest number of institutions under its domain in Tamil Nadu. The RGTPV of Madhya Pradesh, the Rajiv Gandhi Pradyogiki Vishwavidyalaya, which I had the privilege of heading as the founder Vice Chancellor, commands also very many prominent engineering colleges, including Jabalpur Engineering College, established in 1947 by Pandit Nehru to provide a major flip for telecommunication manpower and telecommunication research and development. GSITS, another institution of 55 years ranking, which has produced world quality human resources, which are manning the knowledge industries around the world. You have BTU for Karnataka. You have J.V. Patnaik Technical University in Odisha. You have Punjab Technical University spreading its wings around the country. You have UPTU now in 2 or 3 parts, and one of them existing at Lucknow, another one at Noida in terms of Mahamaya Technical University. You have Uttaranchal Technical University looking after the interest of the state of Uttaranchal. You have Gujarat Technical University committed and preparing itself to gear to the global challenges. You have Guru Jamdeshwar Technological University. You have MTU. You have Punjab Engineering College, which has now become a university. You have Thapar Engineering College, which has become Thapar University, and a large number of institutions thereafter, including a number of other reputed deemed universities under private management. You have approximately 2,500 colleges of engineering spread across the country in various, they are affiliated to technological universities in various states, enrolling around 12 lakhs of students in the programs of engineering, spreading to something like 18 to 20 disciplines. And this is where I think India's major strength lies. We are enrolling 12 lakhs of students around the country in our undergraduate programs and approximately 1 lakh in our postgraduate programs of Master of Technology, Master of Engineering. Just remember that one of the greatest nations on earth, which has certainly led the nation as well as the world from the front as far as the global quality of technical education is concerned through its ABET system of global accreditation, only enrolls 70,000 in undergraduate programs in engineering in America. All universities of America taken together count for only 70,000 as against 12 lakhs which you are enrolling in this country. And if we could rise to the challenge of ensuring the world quality in our institutions of engineering and universities of technology, you would be producing 12 lakhs of people of reckoning, which will not only support the advancement of our own great nation, but would also take care of a major share of the responsibility in engineering and technology around the world. Compared to 70,000, India is enrolling 12 lakhs. Even if 30% of them are good as per the world quality, remember that 30% of 12 lakhs is 3.6 lakhs, which is at least 5 times larger than the total quantum of the engineering graduate with the whole of America will produce, and that is why India is important. I'm not suggesting that we should remain satisfied with our 30% of employability. If we can take it to 90% or 100% of world quality, you will be ruling the world, you will be leading the world from front and creating employment opportunities not only for billions of our people here, but also for the people of around the world. And that's the challenge, that's the promise, that's the opportunity which holds, and I believe that the very purpose of this program of NBA workshop is around that. India has a major opportunity as far as I am concerned. India has a high technical education system, is on the threshold of major institutional reform. And one of the major institutional reform which we have to bring in our own institutions of engineering and technological universities is to ensure that we prepare with a firm commitment and resolve to rise to the need of globally accredited educational program in our institutions of engineering and technology around the world. It is the right time to envision a brighter future and create the desired ecosystem to meet the challenges of the new knowledge age in our institutions of higher learning. The glaring disparity, of course, is all too well known to all of us. While the IITs command tremendous amount of eminence, not only here at national level, but also internationally, we find that the quality and eminence of the IITs faded down as it goes to affiliating institutions around the country. This glaring disparity in the quality of manpower produced, quality of research carried out, quality of innovations pursued in IITs and IIT equivalent institutions, as against the very large number of institutions around the country, is a major disparity. And we have to take care of this quality disparity as soon as possible. And the best way to go about it is to prepare for a globally accredited system and to understand how it can be done through this workshop. The IITs are institutions of higher learning, engaged in teaching, research, extension activities to empower the nation with the world quality human resources and science and technology capabilities. To a great extent, this objective has been very well realized by the IITs. We also have very many other institutions of high reckoning, including BITS Pilani, Delhi College of Engineering, which is now Delhi Technological University, Jadavpur University, Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, which is now Thapar University, Anna University, main campus, the Gindi College of Engineering. The regional colleges, which are now NITs, are rising to a great eminence. During the last 3 years, we have seen phenomenal growth and development in these institutions, and their focus on quality is leading them towards the front-runner institutions in our country. Some of the engineering institutions under State Technological University, which include RGTU and a few IIITs, have also emerged as globally recognized institutions providing world quality output. These and a few other institutions under self-financed category are also emerging as major centers for research and extension services, and this is where the promise really lies. The question is that the dominance of self-funding institutions today in our country, 90% of technical education is under self-financed institutions. Our major agenda today has to be how do we ensure that this 90% of our technical education under the self-financed system is pulled along the directions and needs for the global accreditation system alongside with a large government system which we have in our country in the form of the institutions of eminence. Many of them are looking towards the need for globally accredited system. I do not know if any of the government institutions today is globally accredited, while we have seen a few examples of self-financed institutions and technological universities rising to the need of global accreditation system. That's where I think the opportunity lies, and that's where the purpose of this national workshop lies. The quality, if we look at the quality of manpower and research output, in fact, is the need of the hour. The quality of input, quality of processes which we employ and shaping that input into valuable and relevant resources produces the quality output which we desire. Quality input, in my opinion, therefore, is quite important, and so important are the quality of the systems and processes which we employ in preparing that quality of intake into the world quality human resource or research output which we want to produce. 12 lakhs of engineering aspirants who appear in IEEE all do not form the quality band at intake. We know that the rank number 1 to rank number 12,000, all of them get admission, and still thousands of seats remain vacant in many of our states. I was just asking how many seats remain vacant in Tamil Nadu this year. The number was given to me was around 30,000 to 40,000. So despite going to the last admissions in the state, if you find the 30 to 40,000 seats remain vacant, which means really the quality spread of the intake is phenomenally high. And with this high, phenomenally large quality band at the intake, it becomes a monumental challenge for the institutions to build up the quality of output after the 4 years, which should be commensurate with the world quality. Admissions on merit is a guarantee for the protection of quality. A conscious decision to decide the cutoffs, keeping The quality of intake as a prime consideration can only ensure the quality and relevance of the ranks for admission to engineering. The tendency, however, is to admit anyone and everyone who comes to engineering. In fact, it has become much easier to do engineering, to get admission in engineering than to get admission in a reputed college of commerce or college of economics. That's the position. But with this quality of intake, only a passing percentage of 10+2, in my opinion, is not sufficient for assessing the quality of intake. We have to be ensuring that the quality of our school education is pulled up to the expectation to prepare the desired mindset, aptitude, and acumen for pursuing engineering program. We need quality students in our institutions. Quality students have to be matched by our commitment for quality faculty. Quality faculty, in my opinion, forms a very important parameter for preparing the students who are admitted in the institution to the requirement of the word quality. Faculty, in my position, in my view, have to play three major roles. They have to look after the teaching and learning assignment, which is one of the most and important primary responsibility. But on top of that, they have to engage themselves in advancing the frontiers of knowledge by their continued and relentless quest for excellence in research and development. They have to engage with missionary zeal in transforming knowledge which they create through their research outputs into new products and new systems which will transform the shape of the industries of tomorrow. Teaching profession remains highly unattractive, cannot be denied. Now, because of the unemployment, we are going to get large number of applications, but even when it comes to higher positions like associate professor and professors, you would agree with me that very few biodatas really are received which are worth consideration for these positions, as against hundreds of applications flowing to American universities for positions of associate professorship and professors. That's the challenge. How do you attract the best minds of people to come to teaching profession and then provide that quality faculty which is required? National mission on faculty development, in fact, is needed. Quality of infrastructure cannot be overemphasized. Merely good quality buildings is not enough as far as the infrastructure needs of world quality institutions are concerned. We need to match this infrastructure by most modern, intelligent, and smart classrooms, conference rooms, smart library, and on top of that, the knowledge infrastructure providing connectivity and the environment in which self-learning finds its expression and collaborative learning becomes a reality is the need of the hour. And that's what is the part of infrastructure for engineering and technology institutions. Well, having got the infrastructure, we need to understand what we need to do for curriculum design and curriculum delivery processes, which form a very important component of the global accreditation assessment systems. In fact, it's here, the curriculum design. They want us to be far more serious than we are. Merely listing the topics which need to be pursued in a subject and dividing them into various units is not enough as far as ABET is concerned, as far as the world accreditation systems are concerned. They want us to now understand the importance of object orientation in curriculum design. They want to understand why you want to teach a particular subject. What are your objectives which you want to achieve through that particular subject? Where there is a need for that subject? What is the relevance of that subject? Object orientation provides that kind of mindset in designing the curriculum for a program and detailing that curriculum for individual subjects which are part of the program. They want us to spell out these objectives as correctly as possible. And they want us to ensure that objectives which we spell out, we keep our focus on them while delivering the curriculum in the classroom, and we should have the system in place to assess whether these objectives are really being met by the delivery systems which we have designed and the quality which we have produced. And therefore, the accreditation system would not merely be happy by our making a statement that our curriculum is world quality or it can be at par with the rest of the world. That's not enough. You have to say what this curriculum is designed for, what the objectives are, how these objectives are consciously and sincerely being pursued in the classrooms, in the laboratories, and beyond classrooms and laboratories. How do you ensure that you get the desired feedback from the concerned quarters to ensure that you remain on track as far as the achievement of these objectives are concerned? That's where I think the pressure of the international bodies for accreditation is. And the very purpose of this program, in my opinion, Dr. Paliwal, is to prepare the community of people, experts here. Many of them will be your accreditators tomorrow, how well we can guide our institutions for the design of curriculum and how well we can prepare ourselves to assess that curriculum from the point of view of attainment of the objectives which are spelled out. Even in Delhi Technological University, of which I am the Vice Chancellor, I cannot say to you that we have spelled out the objectives of all the courses and programs which we are pursuing here, because that was not the need, that was not the pressure with which the institutions were working earlier. We were taking pride in saying that we have innovated our curriculum, we have renovated our curriculum, we have updated our curriculum, we have innovated our curriculum. These were the lofty words with which we were living in the past. But today's need is that you got to be precise, accurate, and sincerely pursue whatever you have spelled out in that printed document called the curriculum of a particular program. This, in my opinion, earns the major credits for global accreditation. We have to spell out the components and systems of curriculum design and curriculum update. How do you design curriculum delivery system to meet the assigned objectives of the curriculum? You have to inbuilt outcome-based curriculum delivery assessment system. And that's where this has to be documented, this need to be pursued, and this need to be presented before the global accreditators that how you are going to have the outcome-based curriculum delivery assessment system which you have pursued in your classrooms, laboratories, and thereafter. Design systems for improvement based on the feedback coming from the students and stakeholders, including those who recruit your outcome from the institutions. All that feedback system has to be part and parcel of curriculum design and curriculum delivery system. It needs to be spelled out. It needs to be designed almost like a network by which you are able to say that feedback control loop is working here and you are taking timely actions, corrective actions for improvement of your curriculum the minute something serious is being pointed out by the students who are the learners, by the faculty who are delivering this curriculum, or by your stakeholders from the industry who are recruiting your output. That kind of feedback control loop system need to be inbuilt into the curriculum delivery systems to ensure that the objectives for which it is designed are properly assessed. Knowledge creation has suddenly become very, very important part of the assessment of an institution or its program. We need to document what are the processes and systems and ecosystems which you have for creation of knowledge. How do you go about it? What do you create? How do you assess its value and worth? How do you then march from strength to strength, from one point to another? It's not enough to say that I have published so many research papers or guided so many PhDs. Nobody is going to look at that. That's only an information. That's only a data. How your outcome of your research has been valued by the industry, how it has transformed the growth and development of new products and new systems, how it has become a major support system for the advancement of frontiers of knowledge, and how it has really given rise to the new startups, new companies, new programs, and new developments in the industrial sector. That is which is going to be given the highest weightage by the global accreditators once they come here. They will, of course, be very happy looking at things which we have done, but they will give you a smile, but not the marks and credits which are required for global accreditation systems. Move on a little further, the academia-industry partnership plays a very important role in the global assessment system. They want to see whether the industries are truly your partner in progress, or they are merely here for their lip service, or for that reason merely to recruit your output. That's in fact the systems of industry-academia partnership have to be consciously and carefully worked out, designed and documented and pursued in our curriculum delivery systems, in our research and development proposal formulation, in terms of conduct of research and development in partnership with the industry, in terms of causing new product development and transformation of knowledge into new realities based on the live partnership of the industry. Last night I was in the company of Tokyo Institute of Technology professors and their industry partners who have visited us. We had a dinner meeting and I was surprised to see that nothing in Delhi, in Tokyo Tech happens on the research front without industry being partner in progress right from the day one. Rather than calling their laboratories and centers as research centers or centers of excellence in research and development in specialized areas, they have realized that all laboratories and all research and development centers have to be configured around the concept which they have called solution research laboratories, which means there must be a need which should be recognized. There must be a system by which you are going to respond to that need in terms of research and development or new product development. The industry must be drawn in to assess that need as well as to formulate your research and development goals and program, and let industry fund and be partner in achieving that target of working out solutions and thereafter taking that solution to the industry. The partnership with the industry is a live phenomena in institutions of high reckoning, not only in Japan, but also in America and Canada and many advanced countries of the world, including Singapore, our next door neighbor, as well as I believe in China, about which we are gathering more and more information every day. Industry also has realized that there is a need for this partnership. They are now realizing that institutions alone will never be able to produce even the manpower which they require, let alone the research and development need and need of the new technology. And therefore, we are in a good time.